Okay, so today we're taking a look at Battlefield Bad Company 1 in 2025. This was a game that I actually didn't get to play back in the day. I played Bad Company 2. That was actually my first Battlefield game, but I didn't actually get to experience Bad Company 1 until many years later. I think it was like 2019 or 2020 when I actually got around to playing the game for the first time. Thankfully, when I did play, the servers were still online, so I got to experience the multiplayer, which was a lot more fun than I expected it to be, and was great, actually. But as most of you know, the end of 2023, they shut down servers for a number of old Battlefield titles, including Bad Company 1. And because of that, the game has also been delisted on all digital storefronts, so you cannot buy the game anymore unless you get a physical copy on eBay or whatever other website that you want to use. Now, unlike Battlefield 1943, this game is still worth playing because of the fact that it did come with a single-player campaign that most people would consider to be a really good FPS campaign, between the funny writing and just the charm of the game. Like, it really was unlike anything else that had come before in the FPS genre, and I think most people who played both games would even also say that Bad Company 1 had a better campaign than Bad Company 2. The characters and everything that happens in the game is a lot more memorable and fun. Some people even say that it's the best Battlefield campaign, period. I mean, Battlefield has never been known for its single-player campaigns. This was really the first game in the series where single-player took a major focus instead of it being all multiplayer. So it's kind of, not surprising that despite its age, it still holds up very well. I mean, the gameplay is rough around the edges, so it's locked at 30 FPS. The gunplay is interesting to say the least. Definitely has not aged gracefully, and the graphics and everything. So it does take a lot of getting used to. I'm not gonna lie and say that it's one of those games where you could just pick up and play. It's timeless, and everyone's gonna love it no matter what. Like, there's gonna be some people that are gonna be turned off based on the outdated gameplay mechanics. And obviously the 30 FPS limit for an FPS game that alone makes it really hard sometimes to jump into, especially if you're used to 60, 120 FPS for all of your games. Like me, I moved to PC years ago, so I'm used to that higher fidelity. I only switch back to console for the games like this that aren't on PC at all. I wish it was, because if we did get a PC version of Bad Company 1, then the servers would still be playable. Like, Bad Company 2 got shut down on the consoles and on PC, but the community was able to bring them back unofficially, so you can still play Bad Company 2 online. I did cover that. I, talked about how you can play it. I gave instructions and everything. So if you're interested in playing Bad Company 2 multiplayer again, you can. And there are people that are interested in bringing back Bad Company 1, but it is a very difficult process. Because of the fact that the Xbox 360 is not very open sourced, so it would take a lot to get it to work on there. The PS3 is probably the most likely a way that the servers will be brought back. I don't know if it's going to be, like, there are a lot of PS3 games where you have to have a jailbroken console in order to play. It doesn't work out of the box, so it might be complicated. Like, if it does ever come, it might be a bit of a hard time trying to get it to work, because there are a lot of PS3 games that were brought back, but you have that issue. So we'll see. I mean, I hope one day the game is playable again, because it is a very important piece of Battlefield history. It was the first Battlefield game to feature the Frostbite engine and destructible environments, which are like key components of the Battlefield series that we all know today. But it started with this game. This game, in a lot of ways, was a tech demo and kind of a proof of concept of what Battlefield would eventually become. And you can still feel that and experience that to an extent when it comes to the single-player mode, but the multiplayer was a lot of fun in its own right, especially Conquest. I know the game was designed for Rush. It was the first Battlefield to have Rush mode, but I thought it was really annoying because you had tanks and helicopters just easily blowing up the bomb, so if you were the defender, you're pretty much going to always lose no matter what. But Conquest was a lot of fun, and it was a really good multiplayer with a lot of good maps and just overall pretty well designed. So hopefully one day I could play it again. But for now, the campaign's pretty good, so at least you have something that's worth it in 2025. So that's pretty cool. But let me know in the comment section, what are some of your favorite memories playing Bad Company 1 from your childhood or whatever time of your life that you played this back in the day? And how would you personally rank this game among all the Battlefield titles?